Okay, we have got quite a funny show here for Showdown, actually. We're going to have one more angle than we are match here, and this has actually turned out into our biggest event of the week. But, you know, I like to keep my wrestlers fresh for the big night, and a lot of them are going to be featuring in the Royal Rumble, and there's title matches galore. So all the segments, they're going to be call-outs and interviews. So Chris Kanyon interview, laying into Big Vito. That feud should be due to end soon. Shane Douglas and Lance Storm having a go at each other. Kaz and Yang, the Young Dragons, are going to call out for Hollywood Blondes for a go at their Cruiser Tag titles tomorrow night at Genesis. And New Jack's going to call out Bam Bam for a rematch that they had last week at Uprising. We've also got, I'm doing a lot of umming, aren't I? Video just to hype up the feud between Jeff Jarrett and Hulk Hogan, because that feud is due to end tomorrow night at the pay-per-view. So that's how we're going to close the show. The actual match is here. The main event, Sting Stasiak. Well, that feud is due to finish right now tonight, and it's going to be in a cage, so the crowd should be up for it, and it'll be a good main event here for Showdown, considering tomorrow night is the Royal Rumble. So we're going to kick things off. Shark Boy's second appearance, beating Prince Iokea. The Altar Boys are going to get their first win by beating David Flair and Crowbar. Road Warrior Hawk is going to beat Hugh Morris. Jushin Liger, as requested, is getting his match with Shannon Moore, and he's going to win. And of course, the main event, Sting is going to beat Shawn Stasiak. So let's see how things go down. New Jack challenging Bam Bam Bigelow to go at his TV title tomorrow night. Went down pretty well, not bad. Our first match, don't think it's quite as good. Shark Boy was against Chris Sabin last time. I think it got a similar sort of score. Good match quality. They just need to get over with the fans more, both of these guys. But Shark Boy in particular, I have high hopes for him. I think towards the end of 2002, if I'm still here, he could be a possible Cruiserweight champion. Kanyon, Big Vito, that went down well, as always. Altar Boys, Flair and Crowbar, surprisingly, a very good match. Potential feud for the future, although I don't really fancy sticking David Flair in a feud, and Crowbar's not doing great for the minute. They're going to become the jobbers of the Cruiser Tag Division, I think. Shane Douglas, that went well, ripping into Lance Storm. Surely that feud is going to end tomorrow at Genesis. I hope it is, anyway, because Hogan and Jarrett's due to end. And if we can get Storm Douglas due to end as well, that would be good. Morris and Hawk, surprisingly good match, because Hugh Morris had some stinkers in the month of December. West Hollywood Blondes. It is West Hollywood, not just Hollywood Blondes. Them being called out by Young Dragons went down well, although I expected it to do better than that. Shannon Moore, Jushin Liger, 2 cruiserweights, 1 face, 1 heel, always goes down well, or very often it does anyway. Bit concerned that Jushin Liger is sluggish. He's not that happy at the moment. Not sure why. Lance Storm backstage, laying into Shane Douglas. Very good rating. And the main event, I would have thought it would have got a better rating than that, but still, very good. Quite pleased with that. Stasiak and Sting both gaining overness from that. And that is not good. Hogan and Jarrett lost overness from this segment, hyping up their feud. I guess it didn't need to be hyped up, but I just thought it was a good way to end the show, seeing as we can't hype up. Let's imagine that the Royal Rumble is being hyped up instead of this. We can't do that on this game, but let's imagine in real life it was. I think it would have gone down a lot better. But 73%, we got a good rating there. 0.43, I think that's possibly our lowest so far, or joint lowest, but it's not alarming. Sting, Altar Boy Luke and Altar Boy Matthew work well together as a team. I would hope so. I assume they're brothers. Goldberg left, that's big news. It's a bit of a relief, actually, that the choice has been taken out of my hands. So it's for, look at this, Genesis already. Absolutely crazy. But I'm really looking forward to it. We've not had much of a build-up, but we've got the big Royal Rumble, and we've got the end of that feud. And, oh, Storm Douglas is still not ready to be ended. Canyon Veto, yeah, we don't really need to know if that needs to be ended because it's not facing each other. But all you need to know about Genesis is that all titles, so Interium title, that's not active at the minute. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 titles, all on the line at Genesis, plus a Royal Rumble match. So that means our first women's match is going to take place at Genesis. So it's a risk because the women's matches typically don't get great ratings, and the Royal Rumble, it's an unknown entity. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Let's hope it's a good one. It's a risk, but I feel like it's a risk that's worth taking. So let's end the show here, and yeah, exciting stuff next time. Genesis 2002.